guys, welcome to my channel. Now I wanted to do a review on this little guy here. Now this is a lip balm by the brand called Drunk Elephant, and it's just called the Lippie. So this is what the packaging looks like. Now this retails for $22. Yes, that's very expensive for a lip balm. And the amount of product that you get here is 3.7 grams, 0.13 ounces. Yeah. Now, Drunk Elephant is a brand that you can find at Sephora store, Sephora.com, and also you can buy them directly from the drunkelephant.com's website. So yeah, so this is what the packaging looks like. And this is a plastic packaging, and this is a tube. It's not a pot. And when you twist it up, the product comes out. Now, one thing I first observed when I got this interesting thing was that the diameter of the actual lip balm tube is quite large, very unusual. Usually it's very narrow and like maybe a lipstick tube, a bullet, but this is very large. And yeah, actually it does serves to my advantage, because I do have fuller lips and I don't have to go over and over again with this. It just one swipe and it covers my entire lips. So yeah, I bought this during the Sephora's VIB Rouge sale last November. So when I bought it, it was 20% off, so I did not pay full price for this. And I'm happy that I didn't pay full price for this, because I love this product, and at the same time I didn't have to pay $22. So also I bought another product, which is the Fresh Sugar Lip Treatment with SPF 15. So I bought this during the VIB Rouge sale as well. Now this is a mini size, not a full size, but the full size product, the amount of product that Fresh offers is I think 0.15 ounce, as opposed to this the Lippie, which has 0.13 ounces, and this retails for $24, while this for $22. Now I wanted to do a quick comparison between these two, because I hear a lot of people raving about this. This is almost like a cult favorite. The Fresh's Sugar Lip Treatment is very popular here in the social media, but this, I almost hear no one talking about this. So I wanted to do a quick comparison between these two and tell you guys which one I like and which one is better, even ingredient wise. So the main selling point of Drunk Elephant's Lippie is that it has mongongo nut oil, avocado seed oil, and peptides, and also the fact that this lip balm has a lot of anti-aging properties, which actually smooths out your lips and reduces your lip lines and makes your pout very attractive, and also makes your mouth very youthful. That's what it says. Well, I'm paraphrasing, but in a gist, that's what it says. Now that is true. I looked up their ingredients list, and it does have a lot of antioxidant rich oils, shea butter, and also peptides, which all of them are very good anti-aging properties. All of them really show results when you use it on your skins topically. So yes, it is a good anti-aging property, that is true. And this does not have any kind of tint or anything to it. This is colorless. Let me do a swatch. This is colorless, and this is fragrance free, which I absolutely love in skincare products. And this has a plastic packaging. Now the sugars, now Fresh's Sugar Lip Treatment has a metal packaging, but this is a mini size, but the full size is exactly this in a bigger tube. So this is a metal packaging, and you just twist it open, and this is the amount of product you get in a mini, but in a full size you get a larger amount of product. So yeah, this is not fragrance free. This does has a rose fragrance, and in fact it does have quite a bit amount of fragrance, because in the ingredients list, fragrance falls under the top 5. It falls in the 5th Yeah, it falls on the fifth. I looked it up. This fifth, which is quite a bit of fragrance. And also, I also wanted to note that now the Drunk Elephant Lippie also has fragrance to it. But that is not an added fragrance. It smells of coconut. The reason being, coconut oil is the first ingredient in this one's list. So that's probably why you smell. It smells of coconut now, and not because it is an added fragrance. Now let's discuss the texture and how it feels. Now this is what the product looks like. Now it appears that you do not have a lot of product. That's because the diameter of the packaging and the actual lip balm is very large, very unusual and very large. That's why it appears that you have a very less amount of product, but in fact you get almost this is, like I said, 0.13 ounce, and this is 0.1. The freshest lip balm is 0.15 ounce, just a very little difference. Of course, this retails for a higher price, 24. The fresh is for 24 and this is for 22. Now this consistency does not have a waxy consistency at all. Now I heard a lot of people saying that the Sugar's lip balm is absolutely non-sticky, and it does not feel waxy, doesn't feel like it's sitting on the lips. Of course, all of these descriptions are very subjective. They are not objective, because initially when I used this, that's how I felt. This is very comfortable, very smooth, and doesn't feel like I have anything on my lips. That's probably because I was comparing to Aquaphor or Vaseline. But once I use this feels like nothing on your lips. Now the consistency of this is extremely thin. From the first time I used it, I was like, will this even work? It was that thin, and it is that it's so thin that it doesn't move around, and it doesn't like stick to anything. Now when you when something touches your lips, if I'm wearing the freshest lip balm, it will completely take it off of my lips, right? That's the reason being, it is very waxy, and that's why it just sits on top of your lips. Of course it absorbs and it does help, but there is an amount of product that actually literally just sits on top of your lips. So when I brush my face or lips against something, a fabric or anything, it just removes the product completely off of my lips. But since the consistency of this is so thin, I feel there's no extra product sitting on top of your lips. It just absorbs, and the fact that the consistency is thin, it doesn't get everywhere in your lips. It just stays in place. I don't know how it is, because thin products usually like move around, and thin products are the ones that are cause a lot of issues, right? Products with a thinner consistency. But in spite of the fact that the consistency is very thin, it doesn't go anywhere. It stays in your lips and it absorbs well. And even when I brush my lips against something, and maybe a pillow or like even my own hand, not a lot of product just gets removed off of your lips. I would still feel product still on my lips working its wonder. So that is there. And also I need to reiterate, I don't think I even mentioned it even once. I have a real problem. Now the real problem is not on my actual lips. Now the corners of my mouth is where the real dryness happens, to the point that my skin would crack and it would be very painful. So the dryness in the corners of my mouth is quite intense. So I've used plenty of lip balms, and none of them have actually helped with the dryness in the corners of my mouth. Now of course my lips would get better, and they would be soft and plump and everything, but the corners of my mouth, nothing have helped. Now even when I use the freshest sugar lip treatment, now it did help to an extent, but after after I remove the lip balm, say after 3 or 4 hours, I would start feeling the dryness coming back to the corners of my mouth. But the first time I used the Drunk Elephant Lippie and I removed it in the morning, I used it, excuse me, I used it throughout the night, and in the morning I removed it, and I went for full 24 hours without using any lip products. No lipstick, no lip gloss, no lip balms, nothing. I was my lips were completely product free for 24 hours, and I still did not experience any dryness in the corners of my mouth, which is miraculous, to be honest. I have never experienced it. So this is definitely a lifesaver for me. I really love it. Now, the only place where the Lippie falls short is the fact that the freshest sugar lip treatment has an SPF, whereas this doesn't. This does say it's an anti-aging lip balm, but one of the main properties of anti-aging is SPF. You need to protect yourself from the sun, but this doesn't have any SPF in it, but this does. Of course, the SPF is very, very low, you guys, just the bare minimum. The SPF is 15. Of course, you can say something is better than nothing. This doesn't have, so this does have something, but usually in the market right now, the minimum SPF that you see would be 25 or at least 20. I don't think I've seen products. It's been a while since I've seen products with SPF 15. Most of the brands and the companies that they come out, usually it's 30 or even 25 I've seen, and maybe in very few products, but 30 is the like kind of become the standard. So 15 is very, very low. So if you're interested in both, I'd suggest use this during the day and this during the as a night treatment. So yeah, so these are my thoughts, you guys. This is very, very thin. The Lippie is very thin and very, very good. Just because it's thin doesn't mean that it will go everywhere. It just it stays where you apply it, and it absorbs well, and it works wonders on your lips, and it does give a very youthful, very natural, very, very healthy look to your lips. But this is, when you compare it with this, that's what I mean. This on I'm not saying this is like Vaseline. No, this is definitely comfortable and good, but as when you compare it with this definitely has a waxy feel. The reason being, the first ingredient on the freshest sugar lip treatment is beeswax, so that's the reason it's so waxy, and it does feel like it's sitting on top of your lips, and it does absorb, like I said, but when you, there is an amount of product which just sits on top of your lips, right? So yeah. And also this is a mini size, of course, but I have seen a full size sugar lip treatment, and the actual product is actually kind of thin, you know, when you compare it with the product width. I mean, the diameter, like you see, is quite small when you compare it with this. Do you see this? Of course, this is like a standard size of how lip balms are. So so I feel this is a disadvantage for me, because the fact that this is waxy and also this is thin. Many lip balms have broken on me, actually. There were so many lip balms where I would have just applied it like for 3 days, and the 4th day I would go in to apply it and this would just tilt. It's so waxy and soft and so thin that it just tilts or breaks, and I don't appreciate products like that. Of course, no matter how amazing and wonderful the product is, if it is not in consumer friendly packaging, how would you actually use it? You will have to like use a spoon to scoop it out and then apply it. It's practically not possible. So that is one of the main reasons I like this over this. The fact that I love the consistency, I love the diameter of the, I love how wide the circle is. It's easy for me to apply, and also it does not break because it's so solid. The foundation of the product is so broad, so that's so solid. It there's no chance of this breaking at all. And the fact that it really works, it really treats the dryness that I have. So yeah, that's it, you guys. This is my review on this product. Hope you guys liked it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked watching it and found it informative. Please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.